Good day, everyone. Welcome to V-Class TV. This is Teacher Jackie. This week we will focus on identifying text types and author's purpose. For that, we have the following learning objectives to tackle this week. Welcome to Day 1. Please get your notebook and pen ready. Let's begin the lesson by reviewing some examples of informational texts or texts that are factual, providing us information. You have gone through some of these materials when you were in grade 4. We have here some types of informational texts. On your notebook, write the types of informational text presented through the pictures and jumbled letters. Let's check your work. Number 1 is brochure. It's a travel brochure where tour packages are presented with pictures. Number 2, news articles. You can find it on newspapers. Number 3, infographics. You can usually find it anywhere, like social media, where some information are accompanied with illustrations and images. Let's now proceed to the next activity, unlocking content vocabulary. All you have to do is guess the meaning of the word from the context. For example, number 1, the word tidings. You are going to read the sentence. When the postman arrived with a letter, he brought tidings of great joy, announcing that Grandma would be visiting us for the holidays. Now we have a question. What does the word tidings most likely mean in this sentence? And you are going to choose the letter of your answer. The correct answer is news. Tidings also means news. Number 2, ancestral. During our trip to the province, we visited our ancestral home, a grand old house that has been in our family for generations. Question: what does the word ancestral most likely mean in this sentence? The correct answer is inherited. Ancestral also means inherited. Number 3, laid back. The beach resort had a laid-back atmosphere with people lounging in hammocks and children playing quietly in the sand. Question: what does the word laid back most likely mean in this sentence? The correct answer is relaxed. Laid back also means relaxed. Number 4, garish. She decorated her room with garish colors, using bright neon pink and lime green that would hurt your eyes when you look at it for too long. Question: what does the word garish most likely mean in this sentence? Garish is bright and showy. Number 5, picturesque. The small village nestled in the mountains was so picturesque, with its charming cottages, blooming gardens, and a clear stream running through it. Question: what does the word picturesque most likely mean in this sentence? The correct answer is beautiful and scenic. Picturesque means beautiful and scenic. Number 6. Indulgent. On his birthday, his parents were indulgent, letting him eat as much ice cream as he wanted and staying up late to watch his favorite movies. What does the word indulgent most likely mean in this sentence? The correct answer is generous. Indulgent also means generous. The words that you have just learned today are actually part of a text that we are going to discuss today. Here's a column article from Daily Inquirer, one of the country's leading newspaper. This article is entitled My Christmas Story by Daphne Ashley Zhu. Before we proceed to the article, please take note of the questions that you are going to answer afterwards. What does the author say is unique about the Christmas spirit in the Philippines compared to other places? Describe the setting of the author's ancestral home in Guagua, Pampanga during Christmas time. What are some of the special foods mentioned that the author's family enjoys during Christmas Eve and Christmas morning? How does the author describe the changes in Guagua, Pampanga over the years? And what feelings and values does the author associate with Christmas, and how are they reflected in her family's traditions? Now, let's read the article. My Christmas Story. Of the 21 Christmases I've spent in this ever-changing world, half the number were spent overseas. And I can tell you this, there is absolutely no place in the world that comes close to the Christmas spirit in the Philippines. Sure, in the West, they have a white Christmas filled with jolly good tidings, family gatherings in front of a roaring fire, and a ton of snow outside. They may have the brightest decor or the cheeriest carols, but they're nowhere close to what we have here. Christmas is best spent with our loved ones, the people we care most about. It's about giving and sharing what we have, with no expectations in return. Love, joy, and peace. These are what Christmas promises, and there's no better way to enjoy them than at home. Home to our family is our ancestral house in Guagua, Pampanga. We'd travel 2 hours from Manila every year whenever we don't go abroad to have a family reunion. Well, it's no longer a very rural place because progress has taken its toll on this beautiful, peaceful municipality. Nonetheless, it is still a laid-back small town where everyone knows everyone else. The plaza, located in the center of the municipality, screams progress from every angle. There was only one rural bank there back then, but now there is a hall of big local banks. On the once empty space stand monuments and wishing fountains. The area screams modernity, but the church, with its brick exterior, neutralizes all things garish and new. The bell, which is 200 years old, sits atop it, unfazed by the recent changes in its environment. Laughing children run and play, their parents letting them freely wander while keeping an eye on them. Vendors sell all types of delicacies and drinks after every simbang gabi. Such is the picturesque scene I encounter whenever I'm home for Christmas. Apart from the festive atmosphere, our ancestral house packs its own familiar surprises. The preparations, the holiday food, as well as the stories and the company make up much of our family memories. At the midnight on Christmas Eve, my grandmother would always serve arroz caldo, along with delicacies such as suman, puto bumbong, and bibingka, lined up on the table, together with champurrado. This is our typical Noche Buena, simple yet indulgent. On Christmas morning, my grandmother would whip up her famous chocolate, a drink made of tablia dissolved in hot water and mixed with a wooden whisk called batirol, with pinipig as an added treat. Sinangag and tocino with achara make up the rest of the breakfast menu, sometimes with some chicharron on the side. We'd spend a couple more days in Guagua before packing up and heading back to a very busy Manila. Home is where the heart will always be, and home to me is a place where everyone dear is around me, with food on the table and stories to share. This is my Christmas story. By the way, Daphne Ashley G, 21, is due to graduate from De La Salle University with a degree in Applied Economics and Applied Corporate Management. She says she enjoys traveling and creating her own adventures. Did you understand the article? Saying yes means you can answer these 5 questions. Please try to write your answer in complete sentence. Let's check your work. Here are the possible answers to the questions. For letter A question, the answer could be Christmas spirit is unique compared to other places as families reunite and spend time together. Question letter B, the answer could be Guagua, Pampanga is a rural place 2 hours away from Manila. It is a laid-back, beautiful small town where everyone knows everyone else. Question letter C. The answer could be some special foods mentioned are arroz caldo, suman, puto bumbong, and bibingka together with temporado on Christmas Eve, tablia, tocino, sinangag, and achara in Christmas morning. Question letter D. The answer could be over the years, Guagua has improved a lot. Banks, wishing well, and fountains are found in blank spaces before. And for question letter E, the answer could be Christmas is a time for family to get together, spend time and eat together. Just like the author's family, they travel just to be with their loved ones. We've just read a wonderful story about Christmas traditions and memories in the Philippines. Now, let's think about how this story not only shares Daphne's personal experiences, but also explains different aspects of her family's Christmas celebrations. This brings us to an important type of writing called explanatory text. Just like Daphne explained how her family celebrates Christmas and described the special foods and traditions they have. Explanatory texts help us understand how or why something happens. One key element of explanatory text is the glossary, which provides definitions for specific terms and ensures readers fully understand the content. By learning about glossaries, we can improve our ability to explain and share our own experiences and knowledge clearly. Let's learn more about what explanatory texts are and how we can use them to effectively communicate our ideas. Welcome to day 2. If you are learning from this video, like and subscribe for more. Let's continue our discussion with my Christmas story. But before that, I want you to sit with your group so you can perform the next activity well. Here is the task card that you are going to work on. Complete the key points of Daphne's explanation of her Christmas traditions by supplying 3 details that explain them. So you have travel to ancestral home for key point 1, key point 2, Christmas spirit, key point 3, Christmas morning. Remember, help each other to finish the activity on time. So please work with your group. Present your output to the class in the best way possible. Now, let me share with you the possible answers to the questions. For key point 1, importance of family gatherings, we have here travel to ancestral home. Daphne explains that her family travels 2 hours from Manila to their ancestral house in Guagua, Pampanga, whenever they don't go abroad, highlighting the importance of gathering at a family home. Then, for key point 2, festive atmosphere in Guagua, Christmas spirit, she portrays the scene of laughing children, vendors selling delicacies, and families enjoying simbang gabi, illustrating a lively and festive environment. For key point 3, special foods and traditions in Christmas morning. She describes the Christmas morning tradition of her grandmother making chocolate using tablilla and batirol, along with a breakfast menu of sinangag, tocino, achara, and sometimes chicharon. At this point, you are going to identify the words that you may find difficult. Let's start building your glossary. A glossary is a collection of terms, with their definitions often particular to a specific subject, field, or context. It looks like a mini dictionary. In my English grade 4 class, I call it Vocabulary Bank. Here is your assignment for today. Read again the article, My Christmas Story, on your English notebook. List not less than 10 words you find difficult to understand. Arrange them in alphabetical order. Look for their meaning and write them down. You can use a dictionary or a dictionary app for this activity. Welcome to day 3. If you want more of our educational content, follow VClass TV on Facebook and TikTok. Today we are getting into the heart of our lesson this week. Let's talk about explanatory texts. How to plant a tomato seedling is an example of an explanatory text. Now we are going to read the text and fill in the blanks with the correct linking words from the provided list, which is in the green box. Planting a tomato seedling is a simple process that anyone can do at home. Blank, you need to gather all the necessary materials. These include a tomato seedling, a pot, potting soil, and water. Blank, choose a pot that has good drainage holes at the bottom. This will ensure that the excess water can escape, preventing root rot. Blank, fill the pot with potting soil, leaving some space at the top. Make a small hole in the center of the soil. Blank, carefully remove the tomato seedling from its original container. Be gentle to avoid damaging the roots. Blank, place the seedling into the hole you made in the soil. Again, fill in the blanks with the correct linking words from the provided list. That's on the green box. You are going to write your answer on your notebook. Let's continue. Blank, cover the roots with soil and press it down gently to hold the plant in place. Blank, water the seedling thoroughly, making sure the soil is evenly moist. Blank, place the pot in a sunny location, as tomato plants need plenty of sunlight to grow. Blank, remember to water the plant regularly and check for pests or diseases. Number 10, the last number. With proper care and attention, your tomato plant will grow strong and healthy, providing you with delicious tomatoes. After answering, you can make a glossary of terms based on the text. You should be able to identify at least 5 words difficult for you and later find their meanings. Now, let's check the linking words you answered first. Here is our key to correction. Remember these important ideas. To show how things are done is a procedural text, but pointing out the importance of each step makes it explanatory. Linking words and phrases are used to make an explanatory text cohesive and clear. Examples of the linking words are the words you have in our key to correction. Firstly, secondly, next, then, after that, moreover, additionally, furthermore, finally, in conclusion. They are actually linking words and phrases. A glossary can help you understand specific terms related to the topic. So it is very important that you know how to find the definitions of the words you find difficult to understand. Welcome to day 4. If you are interested in the PowerPoint presentation used in this video lesson, join our growing channel now. Today, we are going to focus on writing an explanatory paragraph. Let me show you an example of an explanatory text. Here's how to make a paper airplane for you. Making a paper airplane is a fun and easy activity that anyone can do with just a piece of paper. Firstly, take a piece of standard letter-sized paper and fold it in half lengthwise. This initial fold helps to create a symmetrical base for your airplane. This ensures that both sides of the plane are even, which is crucial for balanced flight. Secondly, unfold the paper and then fold the top 2 corners toward the center crease. This forms the nose of the airplane. A pointed nose helps the airplane cut through the air more efficiently, allowing it to fly further. Next, fold the top edges toward the center again, creating a sharper point at the nose. This step refines the shape of the airplane. The sharper point enhances aerodynamics, improving the airplane's performance. Then, fold the paper in half along the original crease. This reinforces the structure of the airplane. A strong central crease helps maintain the plane's shape during flight. Finally, create the wings by folding down each side to the bottom edge of the plane. Adjust the wings to ensure they are even and flat. Properly aligned wings are crucial for stable flight and can make the airplane glide smoothly. Let's examine how this text is written. Begin by introducing the topic of your explanatory paragraph. Here is the introduction. This sentence should give a clear idea of what you are going to explain. Use linking words or phrase to guide the reader through each step of the process. Explain how to do each step and why it is important. That's why you are going to write the instruction, and of course, you are going to put in the explanation of why it is important. The second paragraph will follow the same format: linking word plus instruction plus importance. The next will do the same: linking word, instruction, importance, until you will finish the whole explanatory text. Now that you have the idea of how explanatory texts are written, you will now try to do it on your own. Choose just one from the topics and follow the format. Just like the examples given to you: My Christmas Story, How to Plant Tomatoes, and How to Make Paper Airplane. You are going to choose a topic and detail the preparations, decorations, and typical foods served during the event. Just choose one topic and it will be alright. Do it on your own. Now, we are almost done. Take your journal out and let's do this again. What I have learned, topic that I already know, topic that I just learned, and topic that I still want to learn more. Welcome to day 5, and today we are going to have an assessment on writing explanatory texts. Now, remember the topic you chose yesterday? You choose only one, so you still have 2 more to choose from. That is what you're going to write about today on a paper. But before you write, I want you to be aware of how your work will be graded. Please consider this criteria before writing. Content and organization is 40%. Use of linking words and phrases is 30%. Clarity and detail 20%. And writing is 10%. I think you have better ideas now. Please choose a topic to write about. Enjoy! That's all for this week. I hope you have learned something from me. Please don't forget to subscribe for more. Once again, this has been Teacher Jackie saying discover, learn, have fun only at V Class TV. Until next time, bye!